After 3 straight weeks of rate improvements, we finally slipped just a little bit last week as rates are starting this week a little worse than they started last week. So what happened last week? Well, Trump said last Monday that the 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico's goods would go into effect on March 4th. Of course, we saw that get postponed until April 2nd, but that impacted markets on how that trade was going to affect us. Also, the economy added jobs slower than was expected last week, and Trump endorsed a continuing resolution to extend the budget with a freeze on new spending. So those were the big highlights for last week. This week is pretty calm, except big reports coming out on Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday we'll see the CPI or Consumer Price Index. Thursday we'll see the PPI or Producer Price Index, and both of those reports have massive impacts on inflation. Where do we stand on rates? According to Mortgage News Daily, the current 30-year fixed is at 6.79%, the 15 years at 6.20%, and the FHA is at 6.17%. If we haven't already talked rates, we need to do that. We need to know the right rate for you to refinance. If we get into the lower 6s or maybe even the high 5s in the next few months, you may want to be prepared to pull a trigger on a refinance. And if rates do fall that low, the phones are going to be ringing off the hook. We want you to be prioritized. So call me now. Let's figure out what number makes sense for you, and then we'll have you ready to be locked in and refinanced as quickly as possible as rates continue to come down. Just pick up the phone and call me, 205-229-2267. Weber Mortgage, where we're a family in the business of helping families.